today, getting back to the court?
I felt great. Felt good to be back out there, letting the growing rest for a game. It felt good the entire time. Felt good after the treatment session after the Houston game, and then at practice in between games. So, a couple days between. Felt good to get the whole team back out there, get our rhythm and our chemistry again. It felt great.
I felt pretty good. A lot better than I did the last time I suited up. Just putting a lot of work. Obviously off the floor. Just getting my ankle right, getting my foot right. But I felt pretty good. Going into the game and the last game I played, I think that was Toronto. I think that halftime break kind of stiffened my leg up, stiffened my ankle up. But tonight it was a complete 360 for me. Or a complete 180, I would say, and allowed me to, still play the game that I wanted to play. So, I think every game I'll get better and better, but it was a good first test for me.
Dave.
LeBron, how can you compare how you feel now to like mid-March pre the Hawks game?
I was much better then, obviously. I had, how many games up underneath my belt. I think I missed one game up until that point. I think that was the game right before the break. As far as conditioning-wise, my condition was at a really good place. My game was at a really good place. So, it took a few games to get it all the way back, but I like where I am today.
And just quick follow for both of you. What do you guys anticipate tomorrow for your workload?
It's up to coach.
Yeah, it's up to the coach and our training staff, obviously. We know what's what we got to do to continue to get our body where it needs to be to play. But that's up to the coaching staff and the training staff, our medical team, on what our workload looks like.
Bill?
LeBron, you had that dunk off the lob from Schroeder in the first quarter. Obviously, that gets fans very excited when they see something like that when you're back on the court. But does a play like that help you feel like you're back in any way, or help you sort of confirm that you're where you need to be?
I think it definitely helps, just from a sense of being able to, have a quick twitch mind, the turnover that happens. So when the turnover happens, you have to, readjust where you were and quick twitch turn to go the other way. So I was able to do that. And AD pushed the break and kicked it up to Dennis. And, I just tried to fill the left wing, which I've been good at kind of like my whole life, just filling wings. And DS threw it up there, and that was a test for me. The test for me to go up and get it, and I was able to finish it home. So, it was a good test for my ankle and a good play for our team.
Mark Medina.
Hey, LeBron, good to see you. To follow up on the comments you made, the first return, you were saying at that point you don't think you'd ever get back to 100% in your career. Given the progress with this ankle, has that feeling changed in any way?
I think whatever I say gets blown out of context. What I was saying is for me, as soon as I stepped foot in the NBA, as soon as I stepped on the NBA floor for the first time, I went to 99.9%. You don't never feel, as great as you felt the first time you ever stepped out there. So I'm saying I would never be able to get to 100%. That time has passed me. But, for me, playing at a high level, I can always do that. I can be at 99.9. But once you get into the league and you start playing multiple games, you have the career that I've had, you've had the minutes that I've had, the longevity that I've had. As far as 100%, you never feel 100%. It's actually impossible. If that's the case, I'll play to 60, 70. You just don't. It doesn't happen that way. So I should have clarified that, but obviously people ran with it and it was like, oh, well, whatever.
Appreciate you clarifying.
Mike has a question for AD.
Hey, Anthony, 10 more 10 plus free throw attempts again for you tonight. I think last 2 years, you guys are 23-4 when you get to the line that much. And just wondered if you've seen something with, the level of aggression you can play with, and now LeBron getting back, how that's going to play out as you move forward and how that has to do with just your game in general.
I know it helps our team when I get to the line. It helps me get a rhythm when I get to the line, but being aggressive, puts the other team in foul trouble, which puts our team in a bonus, and we're able to shoot free throws for, 6, 7+ minutes in a quarter. I think that it's beneficial for us throughout the game. But it's all about the scouting reports. The coach tells us every game if a team fouls a lot, and this is one of the teams that he thought that fouls a lot. So I just trying to be aggressive, draw fouls, and get to the line.
BT?
What's up, Brian and AD?
What's going on, big?
Everything's good. Tomorrow, everything will be settled. So I want you guys, what are your thoughts on the idea of maybe playing in the playing game or being the 6th seed?
Let the chips fall where they may. Simple as that. We're ready to go.
Okay. AD, same way?
Same way. We're ready to play whatever game. If it's, playoffs where we're the 6th seed or we got to play in the play-in for the 7th seed. As a 7th seed, then we don't care. It's not going to stop us, one way or the other, which one we do to take our mind off our goal. It's not going to give us any discouragement because we, not in the top 6, but, we don't really, care. We control what we control, and that's winning this last ball game. And like you said, let the chips fall whatever you said.
What they may.
Nice.
Last 2 questions. Dan?
Hey, guys. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Today's Hall of Fame induction probably hits a bunch of different ways. LeBron, I guess I'm curious sort of, what's sort of your reaction to this class overall? I mean, you've got Kobe, obviously, but then also a guy you competed against in Tim, a guy you competed against in KG, who helped pave the way as a prep to pro guy. What's your reaction to this class? Are you going to watch the ceremony today? And I guess that's sort of it.
Well, my reaction to the class is probably one of the best classes that went in, and at the same time, as far as individuals, and then that big 3. I can't think of a better big 3 that's went to the Hall of Fame at the same time better than this one. When you look at Kobe's resume, KG's resume, and Timmy D's resume, 3 of the best players that ever played this game, 3 champions, 3 Hall of Famers, 3 MVPs. They got everything that you could ever want in this league. They got everything. So I think it's the best class as far as those 3. I don't think there has not been a better big 3 to go in at the same time.
Last question, Michael Duarte.
Yeah, thanks. LeBron, tough to follow up that Kobe question, but in your post-game interview, you said you felt better, there was more strength, mobility, movement in the ankle, a little bit of soreness. I'm curious how that was different than that game against the Raptors at halftime when you said it was stiff, and what is the medical staff and doctors telling you about what to expect now moving forward?
What was different? I don't know. I think it's just time. Being on the Toronto game just gave me a sense of where I was physically as far as my ankle, but I needed it. I needed that test to see where I was then, to know where I needed to go. So, and today was another opportunity to see where I'm at and, how far I can go too. So I still got some more room for improvement as far as my ankle, my mobility, and my strength. But I'm 10 times better than I was in that Toronto game, and I believe I can get 5 to 10 times better in the future. So, like I said, the more games that we have, the more opportunity I get to really just continue to strengthen everything around it, and continue to get better. So, we got a great team. I got a great team around me. My trainer's on me every single day, and I'm on myself about doing what I can do to be available to this team and controlling what I control, and that's all I can worry about.